Hello and welcome to the 5th Olympus iSpeed Labs. My name's Chris Robinson and today I'm going to take you through analysing the motion that you've already captured using your Olympus iSpeed 3 camera on your PC or laptop using the Olympus Control and Control Pro software. We're only going to have time today to do a basic analysis, but if you have any further questions or you want a more thorough guide through the software, please get in touch with your local Olympus representative. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to assume that you've got your video already loaded onto your laptop, or perhaps it's on a compact flash card. Let's assume it's on a compact flash card. Let me show you how to get the video off that and into your computer. I'll put the compact flash card in the reader that's supplied with your camera, and I shall just start Windows Explorer to see into the compact flash card. I'll open up another copy just to show me where I'm going to put the data. Now if you look inside your CF card, you'll see there's a folder called Movie. Inside that you'll see there are two files. One is called HSV, one is called UDA. Please keep these two files together. The UDA contains important information about the HSV. So at this point I could copy them across onto my laptop. Well, to save time, I've already made that copy. So let's just close these two windows down and go straight into the iSpeed software suite. The software suite has popped up this box to tell me that I'm running Control and not Control Pro. That's okay. And now the suite has opened, I'm going to click on the Archive Browser tab. And this is now pointing at that folder on my hard drive where I put the video files just earlier on. Today I'm going to use this file, which has been given to us by a customer. So let's double click on that and open it up into working view. You can see it's video of a sled test. And the thing I'd like you to notice about this video is that it's very well lit, very clean, and in very good focus. The better lit your video and the better focused it is, the better results you'll get from your analysis and tracking. So, inside the working view, you'll notice that I've got a number of controls. We've already seen how the play control works, and I can click on play and just move through the video, and you can see the crash test dummy moves to the end stop here as the crash event occurs. You'll notice also that I've got a zoom control. I can zoom in, and I have a pan control so that I can move around inside my zoomed image. I can go to native resolution, or I can fill the screen with my image. In general, you need to fill the screen as much as you can with your image. Sometimes you need to zoom in more, because the more pixels you can see, the more accurate your tracking will be. Also, there's a window here showing you information about the clip. And you can see that I recorded this one at 1000 frames per second with a ×2 shutter. So I'm going to use my player bar now to move through to the part of video that I wish to begin to analyse, which is about here. Now you'll notice that there's a bunch of tabs here, and they're put there in a certain order. So let's work through them in order. The next tab along is the Process tab. This is useful for changing the brightness of the picture, and you may want to do this so that you can make your analysis marker more visible. If you wish to, you can set it into black and white, or you can reset it back to normal. The next tab along is the Calibrate tab. We use this because we have to tell the laptop what size something is in the image so that it can now scale everything else against that size. Today we're going to use the marker on the crash test dummy's head. So it's easier for me if I zoom into it and then pan across to it. First thing I have to do is set a marker point, which I'll do just there. I'll tell it that's point 1. I then set a marker point at the back of this mark, and I'll say that's point 2. I happen to know that that marker is 10 centimeters across, so I'll tell the laptop that it's 10 centimeters. I can now apply that. Let's move to the Analyze tab and click on the Start button. And now the analysis has begun in earnest. This software will allow me to track 4 points in the video. I only want to track 1 today, so I'm going to turn off 3 of them and work with that first tracking point. First thing I'll do is select the point and click on the select point icon, you'll notice that the video has moved forward a frame. I can select again, and I can select again, and you'll see that as I move along, I'm beginning to build up a series of red marks where I'm tracking this video. Well, you can guess it's going to take me a few minutes to track through, so why don't I load one that I did just earlier? Okay, let's zoom in and pan across to these tracking points so you can see the idea of how I've been able to track the dummy's head as it moves through. Let's just play that and you'll see how I've tracked the points there. Okay, so now I've got my tracking data, what I'd like to do is export it into an Excel spreadsheet so that I can work with it. So let's tell it that we're working in centimetres. Let's say that we want to export to Excel, and I can now press the export button. The laptop will export that data into an Excel sheet, and here it is. You can see there's all my tracking data available to me. And if I want to do advanced calculations or make graphs, I can do that. So let's close that Excel spreadsheet. And let's look at the other tabs that are in the control software. Next one along is the comment tab, and I can enter global comments, which will be applied to all frames in the video. And if I had Control Pro, I could add comments that apply to a frame at a time. The next tab is the Annotations tab, and it will enable me to make measurements, simple measurements, like for example, from the dummy's head through to the back of the seat. Okay, so I've given you a look at some of the basic functions available in the control software, but you've seen that tracking can take some time. If, however, you have the Control Pro software, tracking can be automated, and I've just got time to show you. Okay, so I've taken a few moments to set up the Olympus Control Pro software. I've loaded the same video we've had before, and I've moved it through to about the same place. You'll notice that there's a lot more buttons on the screen now, and I'm going to click on this Define Region button. I can now draw a square around our marker here, and I can say to the computer, select that as the region of interest. Now I'm going to click on the Track button, and you'll see that it automatically tracks and moves the video forwards. It's moving a lot quicker than I did, and it's also able to be more accurate than I was. So I hope that gives you a feel for just one of the benefits of moving to Control Pro. Okay, so today we've had a look at the Olympus Control software and how to use it to analyse motion that you've already recorded on your iSpeed 3 camera. We've only had time to have a basic look at the software, so if you have any further questions or if you want another overview, please don't hesitate to get in touch with your local Olympus representative. Well, thank you very much indeed for watching, and why don't you join me for the next Olympus iSpeed Labs?